for doing social, aren't you, Sims? Can't get away from it.
No, it's one of those things that comes with being a caster. You've got to do it. You've got to. And unfortunately as well, when I'm not a caster, I'm just in the dank meme room.
Yeah.
Creating and generating as we do.
Right, 42 seconds. I hope we get just somewhere slap bang in the middle of a field. So we get a bit of everything. We get the snack play. We've got the, you know, pool party play coming in. We've had it all today. This is what I'm after. I want the real variety. But 30 seconds now left. For me, it's keeping eyes on who fights incredibly hard to get themselves into a position where they can still do well in this, because a lot of them will need kills now to come in for them. They will also need a good positioning. So it's getting that balance right and trying to provide the best action they can and you know, be smart about this. So it looks like, again, because Victor was on the screen, all of his fans have just gone crazy. So it's kind of hard to get around that.
It brings a good audience. And you know what? I'm going to hold my hands up. He's doing a hell of a lot better than what I expected. Sometimes you just can't predict how people are going to do and how they're going to transition, especially with people that play a variety of games and don't really stick to one genre, so to speak. Looks like the player has left the tarmac. Let's see where she comes in from. And she's coming in from up north, beyond the wall. Straight in down the middle. This is going to encourage Millie base for me. I want to see teams actually going to the military base. It's been very tentative on it, but it's basically the whole map's open. You fly over the vast majority of the likelihood of spawns for cars as well, which is around Roshok. There's 3 there. You can basically go wherever you want on the map. At any extremity on the map, you will be able to find a car, whether it be the one near Yasnaya, whether it be the Milta one. You can fly that far. So this means everything is up for grabs. This is the game I want to be seeing. This is the spawn that can really get us some fun. Who's going to go for the BDP of getting to the military island? So straight off the bat, we saw Luminosity Gaming. They just dove straight out and straight down. Evermore running on the coast. I wonder if him and his teammate will be moving potentially over to spawn island like they have been doing. We've got some Millie base. This is going to make me happy. This is what I want to see, of course. We've got about 4 teams. LG have actually backed from this. They're going to go to Ferry Pier and play around the side. I think you've got Oshi 7 there. I see Serenity, Mazzarini, and who's that on the very edge of things? So the Liquid guys are going to play the edge side in, which is fine. You could easily split the military base between 2 teams and they kind of polarize it. We'll see where they choose. Mazzarini heading towards that big red apartment side, it seems, with his teammate. And Oshi7 maybe go towards Industrial. They can go towards Novo. They could split that far. There's loads and loads of options available for these guys, depending on how they want to play it. Again, looking around him, it does seem as though these guys will be getting the apartments under wraps. That's theirs for the taking now. I like what they did, though. Obviously, take a look around, make sure that no one's going to be landing on a rooftop. Outsiders just got knocked out as well. That's huge. He was a player within the top 10. Him losing out this early is a massive, massive issue for him. So again, that could then hinder their entire run through this tournament unless his teammate steps into gear now. Well, he hasn't actually fallen yet fully. That's insane. That's been... That was a pistol kill. So. It was. I'm just going out so early on like that. It's a huge detriment, you know, to your team because you're at 50% capacity. Your teammate's gone, and so we still got people parachuting here as well. On the right-hand side. Naya is busy, isn't it? We've got the Panda team up there, Lex is up there, Moondice, Aquisha, Julia. We've even got people driving into it. Xeon's coming in. This is going to be very busy. You can see that kind of east push coming out. Still people in the parachutes. They can probably reach to about the prison, and then they'll have to land. You can see the guys who've got the car race winning. Boba's on that. He's going to be able to get up towards the likes of Lipovka early. Maybe Milta if they fancy it. But oh, Lord, the late drops coming through could be dangerous. That's a scary one. They're going to be in for a bit of a treat as they land, unfortunately. It might not be the better end of a treat as well. Long flyers coming in. Cross and Drifter working with, they've got a Mac with the look of it, little Uzi, and a couple of handguns as well. I prefer where Panda guys went. It's more time-efficient looting, the rows of houses like that. I think we all know that you can go through them very quickly. You're likely to get ARs, UMP, you know, anything like that. You can generally walk away quite nicely out of them. There's a good few of them back-to-back, but look at this spread. This is really weird. Evermore, it might be in some trouble here. Have a look at this. Is Ollie and the boys going to run up on them eventually? I'm curious if that happens. Keep an eye on that in the back of your minds. We also have a bit of a battle down towards the Milta Bridge as well. Cloud9 getting a little bit of a glimpse on the cars kind of going through there. That's going to be Sweater keeping tabs on this one. But yeah, this is very, very busy in an area that isn't normally this rife, but you can see everyone trying to get these compounds. A couple of shotguns. That's probably Borg just letting him fly. Maybe trying to get a connection or two, and it was him down to 3 left in the chamber. And now he's going to go back, maybe get some high ground, hope for a little more loot. Try and scare him off, or his teammate Sweater will move up pretty much across from him in the next compound, try and get some gear, see what's around here. Picking up a suppressor. In fact, he left it was for the handgun. Level 1 vest there, but he's only got one on as well as the helmet as well. Shotgun in the back pocket. Just generally wandering around. Going to move in the UAS because the compound's completely done, including the garage. But Lex knocked out Cross. UMP, excuse me. Trying to run away. Flom says, no, you are not running away, my friend. You are going down. And down he goes, 77 remaining. Chase, there's so much sometimes left to be said to chase a kill, you know, rather than just let them get away with it, try and live again, just hunt them down, pressure them. When they're that low health, not only obviously they're going to fall easy, but you do get a little bit shaky, a little bit, you know, a bit concerned, and things do go wrong for you, and you can easily make mistakes. They advanced on that, they take down one squad. But as you mentioned, there's a lot of people there. There's a lot of people at George as well.
You've got a good split. They've all kind of claimed their own ground, though, at the moment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teams. And here we go over towards the more eastern side. Oh, Break's going to be interesting. Moondie's here as well. There's not enough loot for 2 teams, but where Moondie currently is slightly better off, but I don't know what weapons they have cover-wise as well. We'll keep eyes on that. He's marking it down. He knows they're there. Good intuition as well. Good team play, making sure they keep it marked, keep the communication going, because you don't want to get caught out here. They can break off, excuse the pun, and go down towards Melted Town if they want. And yeah, you're seeing them silhouetting on the horizon there. Good spot from Break and the boys. They're going to try and readjust.
You love to see it. Put a marker down, call to your teammate. That's exactly where they are. Make sure you've got your back to them and just running away from them. Make sure they don't have any kind of sight line on you. A couple of shots coming from the SKS as well as we move on board with Chappie, just scaring him away or trying to get a random shot if he could. Solid FPS. Right next to him as well, just on the horizon. Both guys moving up. We're going to put a red dot on that once it gives him some kind of sight. Will he go for the YOLO shot? Yes, he will. Trying to crack some off. Leans forward, but unfortunately doesn't find any connection whatsoever.
Teammate's still pretty far away from him too. Ollie
Evermore's
did find
dead.
Evermore. We discussed that earlier. They were closing in towards each other, heading around that northeast coastal side, utilizing the road and going the long way back around. They actually could run into Swedge and the boys later on. But eventually in the next minute, you've got to start wondering how you're going to get there, how you're going to start leaving where you are, how you're going to move across. And especially for the players in towards George, towards the west, that sort of thing, you've got to start looking at getting cars. Luminosity, it's expected to see the more experienced players and people like that getting in towards the cars, getting that sort of theory into mind, starting to move across the map, stay incredibly mobile. It's a good idea from these guys so far. This terrain, though, always tricky.
Yeah, chips in Ninja. They're just going to go for the long play, get inside the circle, which, as you kind of mentioned...
It's already populated.
Yeah, that's the issue, right? You're turning up quite literally to a gunfight, and people are already going to be geared. I'm seeing Autos, he's definitely got a rifle on him. You got a level 2 helmet, level 2 bag, chest as well. 2 ARs, so Ninja's going to have an AR also, you would presume, otherwise his teammate would hand over an AR. So they're kitted up on guns at least. Yeah. They're not going in empty-handed.
No, I'm wondering how the military-based battle's going down, because Ocean Serenity... Well, they've had a rough time so far. They've been mostly found by, I think it was Yunru & Co. I'm not 100% sure. It was one of the Koreans mostly finding them. They've had a really tough time blue, which is always the issue when you go for the West Coast. At the moment, they've got a little bit better this time. AK, bit of armor, starting to look a little better, but they've backed away from the big military base. They're into the smaller, isolated piece. And I'm wondering if they've noted that the other teams are still close by. There is one other team here with them, and there's probably a couple of players down by Novo. Very close to the circle, but they will eventually need to move, tuck themselves in towards the bridge, and probably prepare themselves to trade out and get over to the other side. There's a little bit of area on this. They can still move out. This is the mansion, though. Good spot comes in. This could be a big battle going down. Hard to back away from this area. Mostly open ground on it, unless you've got a car to just quickly make that escape.
Tags up one, so that player will be healing up as well. He does have his teammate with them, so if he did go down, he could have at least clawed him back. However, his teammate's in a good angle, so they can kind of pincer them here and move together as a little squad and try and get multiple angles. They were looking, I mean, there's only one real place they can go, right? But look at them. Luminosity. They're getting healed up, but they're just looking outside the windows. This is going to be a battle who finds their head first. Now, we do have an 8x scope in play there. Smoke's going to go down, so he's probably going to push back. Just trying to see where they are kind of perpendicular to them. So they're getting aggressive on them.
Yeah, it's going to allow them to cross to the main mansion building, or at least the side mansion building, and get visual on it. You've got good windows to play from, you've got cover. But again, you know, let's be honest, Ninja and the guys don't need a reason to play out. They're still pretty comfortable there. They're going to go for shots. Look at this position. That's really nice. You're not only using the window for cover, for example, but using the pillar behind it, so you are using a fraction of the vision available. And Ninja's got to be very careful here. So do the entirety of the other side. It depends who gets the engagement properly off here. But again, I've got to say, if you're going to put money on it, you put it on the guys inside the mansion. Far better cover, but they're just going to pro down Luminosity. You know, they're not in the business of this. Just heal up, get ready for some more fights down the line.
The issue is that 8x scope, you know, especially on the back of an M16. If a bullet comes out of that and it's at the face, it's going to do some serious damage. That'll allow his teammate to also then, if that player does drop, moving aggressively. However, Ninja's outside the house, got an SKS himself. Can he do something? Will they advance forward and try and do it? But I don't believe. Excuse me, I'm actually on the wrong person there. That was my bad because of the camera. Slightly put off. We're actually on the point of Xeon. But they've got eyes on the prize. They know, I think, where Cloud9 is. You wouldn't be worrying so much.
One of Cloud9's players, I'm pretty sure. It's only Borg here at the moment, so this could be quite tricky. But we saw Borg was playing pretty well before. But looking at Xeon here, although I don't think that's Xeon's webcam, if I'm not going mad. Maybe I am. See if he can get anything done from this one. Back in the car. Yeah, exactly. He's one of the people I was like, I know what you look like. So that could be a bit awkward, but you can see the UAZ just rolling away. But yeah, it's basically try and find a compound that's safe, get ready for the circle, and lock yourself in, because this is going to be a long game. Still 76 alive yet. Your teammates just left you. Daz, get in the car, please, as there's fire coming in. Good position from Borg again. His teammates on the way back to help him, but you've got to be a little careful here. And you can see Ninja still just prone down.
I mean, there's no point in running out, right? Oh, here we go. So he'll try and crack some shots off. We said before, there's a man who loves to shoot long range if he sees a vehicle, which he's actually, this time round, he's not going to do it. Don't want to give away his position, which I suppose is fair play because he's already got to remember that he's got two people behind him. If they hear an engagement coming across from these people, they might think, well, it's time to move, but neither of these two rosters wanting to make any advancement whatsoever. Ninja's team currently, I think they are top 6, so win for them. Oh, random person pokes around the corner.
Squisha, there it is. Remember, yesterday he did really well as well, made it to the top 2, lost out to Yunru in the end. So he's got some real ability. Don't ride him out. He's got to go in and finish the kill. You know he wants to as well. This is on the edge of Naya right now. Cleanly done, looks for the trade out, is expecting a push to come back in. Julia behind, but going to be uncomfortable for her to try and cross out of there. That wall is not easy to get through, so she might have to go all the way around. Where's the teammate? In the garage area. So that's the next bit of the puzzle here. Squisha is safe for now, but they can't cross back too easy. Nice crouch jump coming out from Squisha. Really well played.
I like what you caught for it as well, because if you can't do that, you have to run all the way front here on the police station, then go all the way back around just to get into the bigger library, so to speak, that is actually behind it. Bullet comes in, hits the pan, but unfortunately, he will fall just as it happens. That's Mayhop Wango, and then he is completely finished off. The Noble boys playing up to what they said previously. The pan, kind of did its job for one bullet, but unfortunately he's just too good. Idaculus comes in, finishes it off, and he will also get the revival on his teammate as well.
But there's people not far off. There's so many players close by. They're going to hear these shots coming through as well. You can see just over in the hangar almost area, Yunru's there. They're not exactly going to be playing too aggressive, I can imagine, but look, here we go. Develo has finally spread out. I can imagine that's Squisha and Julia at the moment, because that was the opposing team on the other side. Decent gear too on this guy. Gets the UMP out. Good control. Sick shot, actually. Nice. Headshot bangs him down. Full auto now, ready to rumble. He spotted Julia as well in the doorway. He's going to go for the aggression. This is very smart. Ooh, again, using third person very well here. Trying to just position so he can see when she crosses back over to probably go for the revive. Gives it a second or two. Check to see if she's pushing close on that northeastern side. No, she's going for the revive.
Him to go for the rush.
He's going to go probably now, I'd say. No, he's working his way in slowly, but this is smart from Julia, actually. She's taking her time as well, not rushing it. No need to just yet, because you know Develo is now getting closer and closer and closer. She just wants the fight. She wants him dead. She wants this over and done, and she's going to have to get it done now. Both on full auto. We've got the AK up against the UMP. She engages first, but she's half HP. Not iron sighting in either, just over the shoulder shooting almost at this point, and he's toying with her, playing with her. He can see the shadow peeking as well on the right side. He's going to back off and look for a new angle. Good shot from Julia, but he still gets away.
That could be enough, though, just to allow him to get Sakisha up. Excuse me, allow her to get Sakisha up, should I say. But he's coming back in. He's moving in again, and he's going to be that really annoying player.
This is going to happen.
Pushed around the corner. Does he take her down? No, he doesn't. He gets hit himself. But he gets it. 2 kills in the back here. Tavilo, amazing work from him. Aggression came out, but then again, when you're the last man standing in your roster, what else are you going to do? You might as well have gone for it. He knew he was applying so much pressure, and he did go through with it. Seals the deal and takes them both down.
Credit where it's due, though. Squisha and Julia played that really well. I think, if anything, you've got to be a little bit more decisive, but she was half HP. There's no easy way to win that situation. But let's look at how you're seeing Borg play this out. You can tell he's a first-person player, right? He's peeking that as if he's looking for the angles that can only be seen with an advantage to him. But right now, we are seeing a couple of kills come through, but knockouts mostly with shotguns, still very viable for taking these buildings. You kind of need it.
Does, looking in place, sees a player around the corner, goes in, takes him out as well, so that's 2
sick.
down. Noble as well in the kill feed. They're getting more kills, so now we're into his top 66. Cake taking out 1 shot also. Yunru bagging himself some kills. These guys are playing really, really well. Super, super good confidence every single time you see them approach a building. They're doing it. Now they're going to go in. Pre-firing already, as you saw around the corner. As we hop on board with kicks, POV. 2 people go diving out of the US. He's got them pinned, though, as he keeps laying, and all of a sudden that US will back off. It'll give them a little bit more of a view.
Oh, the US running away from him is always pretty awkward, but the knockout does come through. That M16A4 doing the work he needs. Falling off this a little bit, looking to readjust, not overcommit from this. Doesn't need to. He's be careful of the card, doesn't want to lose out, and then, oh, fire comes in from either side, and that is the kill coming out. So break goes down. That's one of the big heavy hitters now, losing out on being anywhere near that top 20 even. Still 64 alive here. You can see those 4 times, the 8 times, all going to work. Now this becomes scary.
And that comes off the back of what Noble have been doing. They've decided, okay, we need to get center circle here. We need to get a compound. We need to get set up, and that's exactly what they're doing. Meanwhile, speaking of TSM, Smack gets a kill of his own. He'll take down Shaka with the Scar. Moving forward, his teammates right in tow behind him. That's going to be Vis. Looking at the crit. Let's see what else they got in here. His little body. Does he have anything good? Clearly on his screen he does. 8 times scope. Very, very nice. Level 3 military vest also. So that's a great kill for him. That's some really big upgrades there.
Yeah, let's have a look at the overview map if we can, check in where the circle's going to be going towards what we have in front of us here, and have a little look throughout. So mostly towards the eastern side, a lot of that kind of open terrain still going to be up for play. Not too much there. The mansion, of course, the Povka's still in it. We're going to see the Panda guys throwing down here. I think that's against Cloud9, so not the battle we're watching at the moment, but there's still going to be battles absolutely everywhere. This is the mini mansion. Nade comes in. Unroot still stays calm under pressure. This guy's delivered time and time again. He does have the M4 with him. He's on the other side against a couple of players who are giving away their spot, but he's not in a great advantage. This little room's still not ideal.
Yeah, there's nowhere for him to really go, but he's keeping an eye on the prize, and that's a person inside that bottom floor. Scopes down, but he's too quick. He needs to help his teammate out, though, because there is 2 in there, I believe. In fact, no, one of them's actually going to bail out of this one. They're looking over the wall there. Will he be able to see that player, though, from where he is? The US is there if he needs to just bail and get the hell out, but at the moment, he's just keeping an eye. Hop on board with, I believe this is Killer Kapowski's POV, as we jump back to Sweater for a second. Watching the angle, watching the corner, doing the 3-peek, making sure no one's down there. I would suggest that he probably knows someone's here with him. Otherwise, he won't be so cautious. Yes, it's going to be Borg who takes out Moo with an AKM. He's knocked him down. Again. Here comes the call, though.
So good.
Jesus, Borg. This is the man, obviously, they shipped in when, unfortunately, Crunch couldn't come in. There's a third person as well.
He needs to land. He's land. Oh, the spray is second to none. I'm a fan of this guy. Borg has proven to be a beast. Give us some 7.62, and I am just loving watching this. Interrogate again. You can see the Noble guys are very much still in this battle. We're still seeing a lot of the bigger players still in this. Looks like Break really suffered throughout that one. A bit of a shame for him. I can imagine frustrating, but at the end of the day, we're still seeing the Noble guys come alive in this. We're seeing a lot of the Korean team. Ooh, good connection on the stairs. Not perfect, but good enough.
Goes for the tap, drills him upstairs. There are going to be 2 players up there now, and he knows it as well, and that's why he's standing his ground. His teammates with him, right above him. So they're both just eyeing down on these windows, on these doors, anyone to make the first move, and they're just going to get completely lit up. But Alf plays. He's got his teammate, you know, if they want to step out themselves, it's a bit of a problem. It's a Mexican standoff right now, because whoever steps outside the door, unfortunately, will be dying straight away. But they do have an option to run out the back and try and get away. Dink comes in, no targets are found. Grenade runs straight through the window. They cooked it, but it didn't find a target whatsoever. In the meantime, Stone Mountain takes down Serenity as well. He's going to go for another grenade, but as he steps out, he gets melted. He has to rush in here to try and get his teammate out. As he's doing so, though, he's getting lit up himself. Grenades are coming in thick and fast. Needs to be extremely careful.
See them eyeing this up. First person using it as best they can, and you can see this guy trying to close the doors, keep this one safe. But there's no backing away. He needs to take a fire one, give them a reason to be busy, otherwise one will push. He can go for a revive, maybe. But the tick of the nade, and the throw comes in. It's a good throw as well. It might just do the job. There it is! Absolute dunk work coming out. That's going to at least take down one. He might need to look for a little bit more to double check if the other player got taken down. He didn't. Dingus Khan managed to back away in time. He saw what was happening, and he fell off it in a smart way of playing. But so far, Primos play, Vigstar's going for the long play here. He better be meted up to the teeth.
He needs to have plenty, because that is a long way to go, and we're going to be moving into some seriously damaging circles very, very soon. They need to get a car, they need to get the hell out of there and get the... really just on the way. Hayes and his teammate Ollie, they're going to be working their way up in a boat also. They're going to come in from that shore side.
I'm curious how good their gear is, because they work that northeastern side. They took down Evermore, for example, but the problem is that there's not much to be seen. Yeah, that's why I saw a level 1 helmet, level 2 vest, level 1 vest, They're going for the long haul. They're playing longevity games here. So keep an eye on the fuel as well. They've got a decent amount of fuel. They might just play this. They could honestly put the boat out here, just sit outside of it, play back in late. I wouldn't actually blame him for it. Mazzarini still alive as well. Oh, shots coming in on the heels. Which window is going to be containing the player that's been absolutely drilling you? Got to be careful. Going to prune his way out. The X-Power Gaming. Bit of a superstar, but we can see a bit of a boat battle going down. Hayes can still do some work. He's able to shoot on this one, holding the boat still. Luminosity Gaming trying to get in towards this fun safe way. You can see the evasive maneuvers just tearing that tail out, but they can go to the rocks and play on the rocks as well, get some fire back towards them. Drassel, well aware of this. You're going to hear those shots from Hayes, but again, how much ammo? Not much. 30 in the clip, 18 in the pocket. You can't afford to do this. Drassel just got knocked out.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Drassel just got knocked out from falling.
Did he get out of the boat too fast?
Spadge knocks out Scum.
God,
I think he did. And now they hear it. They know that he's in trouble, and they know that JP2 is going to be picking him up, so they're going in for the kill. They're looking for it. If he creeps up...
Beach.
That's
Screw him, get to the beach, get to safety. If he's reviving him, fine, that'll take some time. They need to get back in the boat. It does look as though Mazzarini did get shut down. And they're just baffled as to what the hell's happened. They may not even realize how this has gone through, but there we go. Draffel is back up. So at least he's safe for now, and they can go for a fire net. But do they realize they've been revived? Hayes, can you be careful here? If you go too close to that boat, there's going to be problems, and there are. They're getting lit up now. Maybe a little bit, I don't know, they just didn't understand what was happening. I don't blame them. It's a little bit baffling. Switching on the seats is a good way to avoid the shots coming in, but they are getting peppered. That boat needs to be careful. Careful jumping out of these things. All good, all well. Hayes is fine. They're both going to play the boat game now, but it's one of those. Why not? You can see how well it worked before. It does get you higher into the game. Let's just leave them to it. They'll be doing that boat, jumping in and out for a while. Not much to be said over about that one, but Chappie's still in this. Got himself in a nice little shack.
They're definitely in trouble though, because his teammate doesn't have a helmet, so he's actually been tanked up. You've just seen there on screen. Kicks going for another one. Nice scoping in. Zooms in, gets the third, looking over the Harry Potter tower, make sure no one's looking at him, and now he'll opt to run, which is fair game to him. Looking down at the kill feed, Scoom takes out Spadge. I actually think it was Spadge who potentially killed his teammate earlier on. I seem to remember it in the kill feed, so that potentially could be revenge for him.
Yeah, I actually believe it might have been. I'm not 100% sure myself, but Adren's still in this. The blue's moving in pretty quickly here. He's got the blue to his side, so he's going to take the shot. Nice control. Gassy Mexican denied this round. First kill on the board for Adren, but it's not too bad in the end as he's going to find another one. Nice control on the tapping here. You're going to see that coming through. Maybe another. Forzen's gone down in the meantime, sadly for him, but a decent finish, but not quite towards the top. Still within, you know, you're in the 50 range. You need to be looking at 20s, that sort of thing, if you want a big shot at this game now. If you want to change how the standings look, 10, 20, that's the position you've got to be looking at. This is over by the underground bunkers still. A very hard one to play. Third person plays to it well because you can peek the top of the ridges. But again, you're going to see the car being brought around here. Adren baiting out the noise actually as well. It's only him in there, not Anger. So Anger can still lay down the fire. Smart approach. That's going to cause them to peek and play out, and it does. Sick play, intuitive, clever motions from the CS players from Mythic. Adren and Anger, well done. They fell for that hook, line and sinker.
See it with the M16 A4. He does 41 per tick. And just ticking it away, another kill on your screen. As soon as I'm going through that, Bobber GG takes out one. Turns around, here's the boat. Goes for the long scope though. He's got the scope for it, and he's got the Kar 98. Let's see if he can actually find a target. Leans
so
forward.
Hard to hit it.
It's doable though, and he's leaning it.
Look, these players are damn good. I wouldn't doubt them for a second. This is going to play back up towards Mansion. This is going to force the players out of the damn water. Sorry, Liquid boys. I know you like it. Molban's doing the same thing. It's viable. This is the thing. I'm not going to give them grief for it. It worked well in the last game, but look at them getting lit up.
Too close.
They just got out. This is huge. He died from falling to the floor. There's no revive here. Molman will need to get his loot and then get back to moving, I can imagine. Otherwise, that boat's going to be torn to shreds. Can he get it in time? I don't think he can get the loot done. He has to peek up his get to the top of the water as the other Liquid guys in this. They've team v team action.
Liquid, fortunately finding a watery end there. Out in the ocean, we'll see down in the kill feed as well. Bobber answers to Hot. It takes him out with the 16 A4. 45 players remaining. Is everybody up now? Did we see any final stragglers? I mean, it's not really a great time to be doing it once we've had a look at this little engagement going on here. This is the C9 boys chilling
and
in the little compound.
Here. Do you want to leave him to let him take whatever he wants?
This is the compound just next to the apartments, right? Just over from it a little bit. Pretty sure, because you have a broken wall around here, and it's such a good place. You've got the parking lot here, he's got the house. Then in front of it, you've got that wall and the container that goes all the way around it. Smack takes out one of the Noble guys.
Daz was alone. Yeah, Daz was all on his own. His teammate died a little bit earlier on. Very light loot here, it seems. Oh, no, excuse me. There is an M4 on his back. I didn't see that for a second. I was kind of curious. Decent loot otherwise, but all of the car coming in there, that's going to be seen. Bit of a looting going down here. The UMP let a couple of bullets fly, but no kills coming in on the kill feed. that doesn't show us too much, but only 15 seconds on the next circle to start moving. Boba and the boys got to get themselves tucked in now. They know it. They might have just been spotted out here. Zeki's going to see one. He's going to lay down some fire, but oh, it's Oshi 7 being found. Bit of a shame for him. He made it from the military island, but merely got outflanked here, out-timed. They're going to have to get themselves moving, though. They've got a lot of terrain to cover here.
41 remaining. Single shot on the M16 and then 8 times. If a man can hit someone in the face at long range, it's going to be this man, Cake. Yesterday's performance was absolutely stunning. Stylish Noob, shotgun in hand, close quarters. He's stuck in the garage. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, this is the compound where the players... Is this the one where he's got the C9 guys above him potentially, or am I talking rubbish here?
It actually could be. Yeah, because that's the same
Pretty sure it is.
that was already being... toyed with. I'm curious what gun he's got on his back. I didn't see that before. It is. Now, I'm pretty sure Borg, if they've got their already up really high, they're going to hear this. They might have seen someone or heard people shooting at him. Jared did manage to find Hayes. They were the guys by the water, so the water strat not working out this time. But Stylish Noob, we've seen this guy's very good, actually. He's got a scar on his back as well, so he's decently geared. But I'm pretty sure they're going to know he's here. I'm not sure if the door opening would have done it, but here we go. Oh, Anger's just got wrecked.
Rip.
Not only playing against someone else, but also having the circle right behind you. You have no time to take the fight. Stody managing to get into this one as well. Finally seeing him kick off, which is always good. Back into the battle. Viz going to find Ollie. Finally taking them down to Velo as well, getting taken down outside of the play zone. He was the one fighting with Julia and such, but Borg just found Juan, but I'm not sure if that's the same player. Yeah, that might give it away for the player below him who's got the shotgun to maybe move into position, because now this compound will not be in, not the one we're looking at right now, but the ones that were at before might be in trouble now.
No, it's not, because his Stylish Noob was in that garage, so
yeah.
Borg's just giving away. Oh, he's got eyes on him. He's got eyes on him with an SKS.
Does he take the time on the shot? That's
so he's eyeing it
400 meters.
He's eyeing it up.
He's starting to hold the breath. This should be the shot if it's ever going to happen. You can see it pinging through, dropping a little short there. 7.6, it takes a while to travel. Don't be mistaken. That is a long distance fight he's taken. It's close, but it's certainly no cigar. And the reload time comes in. He's a little pretty frustrated with that, if anything, but might be able to get back for a bit. No. Opts not to, keeps his position quiet for now.
What a spot, though. I mean, you've got to talk about the peripheral view and vision that these players have, been able to just see something like that in the corner of their eye, all the way in the distance, just chilling in the garage, and then attempt for the kill. THC takes out Andy Pyro, going to see JP2 also. Here comes a big engagement though, one person jumping above him, unfortunately will get nailed. That's going to be Borg, again taking out his teammate, Chappie from the actual team. Look at the AKM as well, another player will fall in front of him, but they're all just dying, teammates on teammates. Grenade comes in.
Let's go, Sweater.
He's cooking it, he's going for the car.
He's taking too long though. The thing is, during this time, that's so nice. He took a little bit of time to make that count. I was worried he'd taken too long, allowed Borg to die for it, but no, he lands the nade, something we haven't seen that much of today.
That's
There's
amazing.
only been one, well, I guess it was a nade knockout really, it was to confirm the death, but nice work from him, really well played. Beautiful stuff on towards the other Cloud9 guys.
I love the fact that he actually stepped out in the open, he cooked it as long as possible, then threw it, went underneath the car, took out that player that was hiding behind it. What an absolutely clutch kill. Cloud9, they want the win. These guys do love third person. We'll see how this one plays out a little bit more. Meanwhile, on the opposing side, we'll see Mithra moving up the stairwell. He's got his teammate with him.
Other victors.
They're just chilling.
First round.
Yeah.
Thoroughly impressed with them in the second as well. These guys are becoming and a really enjoyable one to watch here. But Cake slowly creeping into this. And he's got the slow side of the circle for now, but he's waiting to see if they cross out, essentially. He wants to be the victor of this battle with the fence. Ooh, he does take down Vicstar in the end, who worked his way in from so far away. Bear in mind, he was one of the players over it was Primos, but now the tags come through. He can hear the shots around. He wants to confirm that kill. Vicstar, no chance of a revive, but he needs to bandage. He needs to heal. There's no one else close by. He should be able to make a run, but it's still quite far. And Cake, this is not going to be a sweet end to this one if he doesn't manage to get off these heals. But Borg just found the Noble guys as well. Cloud9 playing well. This is going to be a big game for them. He goes down outside, a shame, but he took down one with him, so he gets a better position on the leaderboard overall. And there is no big building left inside that next circle. And here we go. This is where it all gets a little more interesting.
And still the mansion. These boys have been here from the very start and they're holding their ground. You saw in the kill feed as well. Smack taking out Butts, looking around, making sure no one's creeping in. This mansion belongs to them. But the circle is going to force them all out of it.
Soda, Stone Mountain, Sweater. I actually like the Cloud9 guys' positions, but they're open. They've got their back in the open at the moment. There's like 6, 7 people around this area. Who's got the high ground? Who has the angle is going to win this one.
Stylish Noob's followed them. They're all three of them have come together. Stylish Noob's in the building in front of the C9 guys. He was initially behind them, and now he's in front of them. Whether or not he can actually get a look on it, we'll find out in just a second. We move on board. It's going to be Flom.
WTCN, of course, this guy's there. He is an absolute animal at taking these guys guys down from trying to dodge and weave.
He's gonna get the kill, he does.
And yes, so there's maybe hope. 30 seconds for the revive. Lex can do this. He can make it happen from...
No way!
Viz got toyed with a taste of victory, but Viz will ruin it, take him down. And this is the battle still of the mansion. They will have to leave the mansion, bear in mind. They cannot stay here. Stone Mountain moving right next to these guys that we're watching right now. The Luminosity boys will be hearing this. They've been here the whole time as well. They've been camping this one out, and why not? They need it. Good spot comes in from Chips, but he can't land the shot.
Smack takes that music down in the kill feed also, but look, they're in the only compound left inside
Just
this
in the circle.
Just on the edge. They can walk, let people just wander through. At the moment, we'll see Sweater making his way up, looking around, checking left, right. You can hear the gunshots going up. He's second down Stylish New. That's the guy that were toying with him earlier on, keeping them locked back outside. Viz knocks out Borg. He's got to run, he's got to go. He's out in the open. Shots are coming in left, right, and center. It's a complete mess. Will he survive? I think he's going to go down. He's getting shot in the back at the front. One
There's
person in
players
front of
moving
him.
into the building. It's still...
No!
Oh, he finally goes down. Let's see who's alive right about now. We've got about 3 players left in this building. Chipsy's up top.
Oh my God.
Oh my word.
He's crawling
This
for his
is
dear life.
terrifying. They need the revives to come in. But here comes a buggy play. Sprays it down. Chipsy, what can you do? Can you make it count when it matters? Looks towards the door. He knows he's being pressured. Ninja's already gone down. He's expecting that close push. The shotgun still so viable here. We're down to 5 players. The tiniest of circles. And Chipsy, the Luminosity guys need this one in the bag. That could be a good victory for them.
He's going to get the shotgun out, which is fair play. He's just peeking and poking that corner, hoping someone comes up the stairwell. If they do, they are boxed in. That shotgun's going to do so much damage. 9 pellets to the chest will absolutely dominate a play.
What do we
but
have?
TSM are both still alive.
Okay, so we have a really strange combination.
Oh my word, look at this.
Look at TSM's positioning. They've played it very well. They didn't know how well they played it. So I think we've got basically 2 teams alive, 1 solo. That's it. Chipsy can be the biggest pain in the ass. He could make it so the other team can't win. He could make the other team suffer. If he plays this very slow and gets him in the heels as they cross towards a circle, the game is his. Or they can do the same to him, but then it costs them their position. Basically, TSM do not need to be involved here. They don't need to touch this fight. They're fine. Unless someone starts shooting the cars, then all right, maybe there's a problem. Nades start to rain in. Here we go. 13 seconds remain. Bit of a splash damage on that, going to keep Chipsy on his toes. The heal comes out. He wasn't pre-boosted, which is surprising. They could have capitalized on that, but they didn't. During this time, have they moved? Have they run? Have they changed? No, you can still see 1 player below. You can still see them waiting on this. TSM just need to be patient. They don't need to move at all. This is what I mean, that eventually in this meta, in this sort of situation, in this circle, in this end, you can use shotguns here, but as soon as you get past this environment, it's fair play to everything. He's now got full stim on basically here. Here comes the blue. Can he survive this? They can creep out. They can wait. TSM, will they hold their nerve? Will they be patient enough? Or will he Spider-Man down and ruin the day for them? We're going to find out. Is he still in the circle? I don't think he is. He will be forced.
Oh,
is he still in?
He is.
He's
if he crouches
just in.
up, he
That's
is.
Unreal. So now let's see if there's patience to be the virtue. Oh, the nade goes up though. This is huge. TSM could be making this so difficult for everyone in this game. Smack's there grinning. You can see it. They know they have this all in their hands. The battle over the house still continues. They can revive their teammate. There's still one up on the balcony. This is insane stuff.
Smack and Viz working in tandem, putting shots on. There's the kill. He will fall. That's Yamaton who will go down. It's actually Chipsy who does seal the deal and kills him. 6 kills coming here for Viz.
2v1.
This
Chipsy
should be GG.
Chipsy has got back to the wall game here. Let's see what he can do. It's about to rain in. TSM just put up a wall. This is their game. They will not allow this to change. Or can Chipsy go against the odds?
I think he's still in the corner as well.
Good idea as well from Smack. He moves over. He baits out the shot. He wants this fight as well. He doesn't care about this. The circle's in a new place. So basically what's going to happen now, Viz is just going to be the man to get the frags. He doesn't care too much. He's allowed Smack now to get to the safe position. He's got the cover in the new circle. He's the last line of defense. And let's see from Chipsy's perspective as well. What does he do in this one? How does he get out of it? He's got to move any second now. He's making the first play for auto spray. There it is. Smack lays down the law. 4 kills in the end. Chipsy played it well, calm, cool, collected. But how much more could you do? But what a great game from the Cloud9 guys as well. We saw Borg being an absolute animal throughout that one.
Team Solo Mid finally get a win on the board. Smack and Viz at the end, coming up clutch. Everything, unfortunately, was just on the line for Chipsy. He had his back up against the blue. He had to move. But I tell you what, he did so well to survive for so long. From at the very start, been there with Ninja, not moving whatsoever, having 2 players constantly on his back, like dogs, just beating at him. He stayed alive. But you got to remember, him and Ninja, I believe they were in 6. Coming second's going to give them a bluster of points.
Huge.
Has it done enough, though, to give them the #1 spot? We'll be finding out from the admins in just a second as we bring up that final score count to show you who our Gamescom Duos 3-person winner exactly is.
I genuinely think